what made you start creating educational sex and relationship content in the first place?
Oh, I was always fascinated by the human body. I was always fascinated by intimacy because I grew up in the world that we are, which is very sex negative and sexually suppressive. I never really thought to look into that part of myself, let alone nurture and water that part of myself. So it actually wasn't until I was in college. I went to college for journalism, and they do an exercise in journalism school, which you might be familiar with, where they say, write what you know. Okay, so if you know politics, you become a political pundit. If you know sports, you become a sportscaster. If you know entertainment, you become an entertainment reporter. And I really had to go internally and ask, okay, what do I know better than anybody else? I was like, I think it's fucking. So from that point going forward, that's what I made really my focal point. In journalism, they would call that human interest. So I did human interest stories that had a slant on romance. And then shortly after I graduated, I was able to publish my first book, Laid, Young People's Experiences with Sex in the Easy Access Culture.
Why do you think it's important to have like different faces talking about sex and relationships?
Especially in sex and relationships, intimacy is integral.